Hey, hello, brothers and sisters. I'm like, welcome to my page. My page is my common sense. But I try to keep it down, nitty gritty, under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, that means there's something very, very, very important. And not important to liberals, libertarians, people believe in God, people like to smoke, people that drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT, guys who got their heart broken by any women. These videos are not for you if you don't like to listen. Yep, these are videos are not for you if you don't like to listen. If your attention span is less than 5 minutes, you should skedaddle. Get out of here. All right. Okay, this video is going to be about the roulette system for today and also your work at play. You know, well, when I say work at play is that when you go to work, what do you do at your job? Because you don't want any false allegations against you, but it still may happen regardless, okay? But I'll talk about that second, compared to what the roulette system is these days. All right, let's begin, okay? Let me see. If you have any comments, questions, insults, or roast fists, you put that shit down below. Okay, I'm cringy on purpose for a reason. I'm not that ambitious. I got things I gotta do in my life rather than worry about pleasing the majority of masses of asses. Okay, I don't have time for that. Okay, most of you are children compared to me. I don't have time for it. I am 52 this year. I have no time. I am a Gen Xer, and if you read my description, you know I'm more than the average Joe Smo out there. All right. Okay. So let's begin with the first topic. 2 topics in one video. I'll try to keep it down to 10 minutes, like I said. Sometimes I go over 10 minutes, like I said. My videos are mainly for the shapeshifters out there, the aliens, the werewolves, the bats, okay, people who are not ordinarily human, because most humans are too emotional. They are untrained and undisciplined. They don't focus from within, they focus from without, okay. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the roulette systems to today are fraudulent, okay. You'll learn that almost in every gambling game, is if you lose money, you have to get the money back that you have lost. A lot of these systems out there are fraudulent because the moment you lose, you're in the negative. And then you'll have to bet up, okay? You have to double up your bets, but they don't do that. Now, if you're not double up your bets to get back your original amount, then it's fraudulent. You have to cut it. All right? There is not a single... I know it's Winrot, I think it is, can do an algorithm, systematic checks for you for all games. If you can find this for me, please get back in touch with me and send it to me, because I would like to know if there's an app where you can actually test your percentage rates and program it in a computer, and then you can see the true rates and percentages and wins and losses. Okay, but there is no app on the Play Store right now where you can just check your system out to see what is your percentage win rate. There is no system. I have not found it. Okay, so what I'm saying, when you play gambling games, whenever you lose the money, that the amount that you're putting in, and you put in all these chips or all these cards or whatever you're doing, understand, don't fall for the trick, the fraudulent trick. Some people may say plum, some people may say apple. No, you have to get the money back that you lost. If you're losing in the negative, you have to get the money back to be ahead, okay? Because if you bust one time, you're pretty much dead, okay? The martingale system is the best system to get the money back, but it's a high cost rate if you double up your money to get the original amount back. But you have to make sure you play my strategy, which I'm not going to even... It's called the probability strategy. I told you about it before. I'm not going to keep repeating myself. Look for it. And I played it many times. And that game is actually a 90%. Because it's impossible to get like 20 reds in a row. You're not going to hit 20 reds. You're not even going to hit 20 blacks. If that ever happens, then the system is rigged. I've already mentioned this many times. You have to wait. Don't play every hand. That your percentage go up when you play less hands. All right? I repeat, your percentage goes up for winning if you just look at a strategy first. So let's say you're playing blackjack, you're sitting at the table. You notice that the dealer is always hitting 17, 17, 17. That's a hot hand. So you know that you have to look at other people. You have to observe how often the dealer is winning and losing and calculate that in your head. So if 4 blacks was played, what is the chances of another black playing? You have to know how that works. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Don't play any game unless you study it. Study it. That's the best way to live life. If you can find a way, get back to me. If it's better than my roulette system, my probability zigzag probability system, get back to me. Because the zigzag method does take time. Okay? Because you got to cross back and forth. Because you know there will be reds and then there will be blacks played. Okay? And it's best to play the middle section. I told you, the red and black, odds and evens, 1 through 18, and 18 through 19 through 36. You should play those. Okay, don't play all the middle ones and all the chips, try to multiply it. Okay, because if you miss one time, you'll be in the dark. And that's all I really got to say about fraudulent roulette or even the blackjack or craps systems. Don't play them unless you study them hard. Alright, because I've already found my way of making double monies, but I don't really like playing online because they track you, they record you, and if you win too much, you will get caught. It has happened to me. When they record you, they can actually program the system for you to lose. Because whenever you get 10 to 20 blacks in a row, something's wrong. They can actually manipulate you. So don't fall for it. If you see the dealer getting 3, 4, 5, 17s in a row, and then the 21, you have to have mental clarity. The next thing I want to talk about, okay, when it comes to your jobs, okay, I just had an altercation at my job. Okay, I work and stuff. You know, you can't stay in the house, but you got to keep busy. Okay, it is very important. Let me see. It's very important to make sure that you know that who you're talking to. Do not talk to women. I keep saying this all the time. Do not flirt with women at your job. Do not play. I have not flirted with women and talked to women because I already know the consequences and repercussions. But they can still say something about you, especially particularly if they're white or not. Okay, because most of the time, you know how the white man always calls, "Where's your manager? Where's your manager?" Okay. Okay, if something small happens, I remember there was this piece of chicken that was not cooked properly, and these customers were looking at me like I cooked the motherfucker. I didn't cook the motherfucker. I wrote it down exactly how you wanted it, and the food came back, and they were grumpy as fuck, and they were white people. Okay, and another time a white person came up to me and stuff and said, "Oh, I gotta wait 30 minutes." I'm like, "Do you see this line out here?" I said, "Hey, I just been honest. You can't do that." Now, very rarely I come across some snooty ass Negroes, okay, but usually I know how to communicate with them. So they like, "Oh, you're funny as hell." See, we have personality, so you got to know how to talk to black people in order for not to fight them or get them raunchy in a restaurant. That's easy, but they don't usually tip. Sorry, blacks don't particularly tip as much as whites do. But when you at your job, you got to be careful who you're talking to. You could talk. If you talk to white people, they're soy boys and they're emotional. You could say one wrong thing and they get really emotional, right? Okay, so you got to be careful who you're talking to. It's best not to talk to anybody. Okay, and that's all I really got to say because you get false allegations because even if you say something truthful, look what's happening to Andrew Tate. Look what happened to him. Okay, just be truthful as hell. They're going to stop you, man. You be careful. And that's all I really want to say for right now, okay? Be careful. Because I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. That's Leonardo, yep. Other than that, yeah, have a nice day. This is very good advice. Listen to your elders. Respect your elders. Peace.